Hi. In today's session, we will be discussing a numerical example on design of connecting rod. The question for the numerical example is, design a connecting rod for a petrol engine from the following data. Piston diameter 80 mm, stroke 120 mm, mass of reciprocating parts 1.6 kg, length of connecting rod 300 mm, speed, that is the maximum speed 2100 rpm, maximum explosion pressure 3.5 megapascal. Assume suitable data and state the assumptions you make. The data book used for solving this numerical example is the one prepared by Mahadevan and K. Balavir Reddy, published by CBS Publishers and Distributors Private Limited. The title of the book is Design Data Handbook for Mechanical Engineers. It is the fourth edition of the book. The given data are, the diameter of the piston is 80 mm, that is capital D is 80 mm. The length of the stroke, capital L is 120 mm. The mass of the reciprocating parts, MR, is 1.6 kg. The length of the connecting rod, small l, is 300 mm. The speed of the crank, capital N, is 2100 rpm. The maximum explosion pressure, Pmax, is 3.5 megapascal or 3.5 Newton per millimeter squared. In step 1, we determine the cross-section of the connecting rod. We assume that the cross-section of the connecting rod shank is an I-section with the dimensions as given in the figure. The T represents the web thickness which is constant throughout the I-section. The width of the I-section is 4 times T and the height of the I-section is 5 times T. And from the figure we can find out that the area of the section is 11 T squared. If we represent T in millimeters, the area of the section will be in millimeter squared. The moment of inertia about the x-axis can be obtained as 419 T raised to 4 divided by 12, or it is 34.92 T raised to 4. The radius of gyration about the x-axis kxx can be obtained as square root of ixx divided by a, that is 1.78 T. Now, the maximum force on the piston due to gas pressure can be obtained by multiplying the maximum gas pressure with the area of the piston. So, it is Fp equal to pi d squared divided by 4 times P max, that is 17,584 Newton. Now, we assume that the factor of safety against buckling load failure is 5. So, the critical buckling load Fc can be obtained as Fp multiplied by Fs, that is 87,920 Newton. Now, we assume that the connecting rod material is C40 steel with a sigma C value of 343 meganewton per meter squared, and this can be obtained from the table 19.1 in page number 419. Now, the stress due to the actual load can be expressed in two different ways. One is the critical buckling load divided by the area of cross section, that is Fc divided by A, as well as other expression is by considering this connecting rod as a column. So, it is Fc by A equal to sigma C divided by 1 plus K L by K the whole square. This is equation 19.3 in page number 416. In this relation, the critical buckling load Fc is 87,920 Newton, area of the section A is 11 T squared, allowable stress sigma C is 343 meganewton per meter squared or 343 Newton per millimeter squared. The constant capital K is 4 divided by 25,000. It is given just below the equation in the data book itself. Length of the connecting rod L is 300 mm. The radius of gyration small letter k is 1.78 T mm. Now, by substituting the values in the relation and rearranging the terms, we get an expression in terms of T. Actually, it is a quadratic equation of T squared. So, by solving this relation, we can obtain T squared as 27.2 or T as 5.2 or it is rounded to 6 mm. So the thickness of the web T is 6 millimeter. The width of the shank B is 4 times T, that is 24 millimeter. It will be constant throughout the length of the connecting rod. But the height will be varying from one end to the other, and at the middle section the height will be equal to 5 times T, that is 30 millimeter, and at the small end H1 is 0.85 times capital H, so it is 25.5 millimeter. At the big end H2 is 1.2 times capital H, it is 36 millimeter. In the second step, we determine the dimensions of the small and big end bearings. The assumptions that we make in this step are: the L by D ratio for the piston pin bearing is 1.8. This is obtained from the equation 19.12b in page number 417. The L by D ratio for crank pin bearing is 1.1. This is from equation 19.12d in page number 417. The allowable bearing pressure for piston pin bearing is 14 megapascal. The allowable range is 10 to 15 megapascal. And for crank pin bearing, the allowable bearing pressure is 8.5 megapascal. The allowable range is 5 to 10 megapascal. In this slide, the left hand side shows the calculation of the dimensions of piston pin bearing, and the right hand side shows the calculation for the dimensions of crank pin bearing. So for piston pin bearing, FP equal to DP LP PBP, where FP is 17,584 and DP is the value that we have to find out, that is the diameter of the piston pin bearing, and LP is the length of the piston pin bearing, that is 1.8 times DP, and PBP is the allowable bearing pressure, that is 14. So from the relation we get DP as 26.4 or 27 millimeter. So LP will be 1.8 times 27, that is 48.6 or 49 millimeter. Now for crank pin bearing, FP equal to DC LC PBC. FP is 17,584. DC is the parameter that we have to find out, that is the diameter of the crank pin bearing, and LC is the length of the crank pin bearing, that is 1.1 times DC. PBC is 8.5. So from the relation we get DC as 43.4 or 45 millimeter, and LC is obtained as 1.1 times 45, that is 49.5 or 50 millimeter. Now in the next step, we determine the nominal diameter of bolts for the cap. We assume that the permissible tensile stress for the bolt material is 100 Newton per millimeter squared. Now the relation for the maximum inertia force is given as equation 19.9 in page number 417. The relation is F1 max equal to 4 pi squared divided by G multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3 R n squared WR multiplied by 1 plus 1 by n. The small letter r represents the crank radius, that is the length of the stroke divided by 2, that is 60 millimeter. Small letter n represents the speed of the crank in revolutions per second, that is n by 60. So small letter n is 35 rps. WR represents the weight of the reciprocating parts. Since the mass of the reciprocating parts is 1.6 kilogram, the weight of the reciprocating parts is obtained as 1.6 multiplied by 9.81 Newton. N1 is the ratio L by R, that is the length of the connecting rod to the radius of the crank ratio. So it is 300 divided by 60, that is 5. So by substituting the values in the relation for F1 max, we obtain F1 max as 5565.55 Newton. But this force has to be resisted by these two bolts that is used to fix the cap. So the strength of these bolts can be obtained by multiplying the cross section of the bolt with the tensile strength. So the relation is F1 max equal to 2 times pi dBc squared divided by 4 multiplied by sigma t, where dBc is the core diameter of the bolts. So F1 max is 5565.55 and sigma t is 100, and from the relation we obtain dBc as 5.95 millimeter. Now to get the nominal diameter of the bolts, the relation is dB equal to dBc divided by 0.8, that is 5.95 divided by 0.8, that is equal to 7.44. We standardize it to 8 millimeter. Now in the next step we determine the thickness of the cap, and we assume that the permissible tensile stress for cap material is 100 Newton per millimeter squared. Now from the relation M equal to Fi L3 divided by 6, we can determine the maximum bending moment. This relation is given as equation 19.13a in page number 417. In this relation, Fi is the maximum inertia force that we obtained as 5565.55 Newton, and L3 is the distance between the centers of the bolts that can be obtained as dC plus 2 times thickness of the bearing bush plus dB plus clearance. The thickness of the bearing bush is assumed as 3 millimeter, and the clearance is also taken as 3 millimeter. Therefore, L3 is calculated as 62 millimeter. DC is the diameter of the crank pin bearing, and dB is the diameter of the bolts. So the bending moment can be obtained as 57,510.68 Newton millimeter. Now from the equation 19.13b in page number 417, we can obtain the thickness of the cap TC, and the relation is TC equal to square root of 6m divided by BC sigma d. In this, capital M is the bending moment, and BC is the width of the cap, that is same as the length of the crank pin bearing, that is 50 millimeter. Sigma d is the allowable stress, that is 100 Newton per millimeter squared. Therefore, TC is obtained as 8.3 millimeter, or can be rounded to 10 millimeter. Now, in the next step, we calculate the whipping stress and check for the safe design. We assume that the mass density of the connecting rod material is 7,800 kg per meter cube. And the relation for the whipping stress is sigma b equal to 0.2584 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 12 W A L squared R N squared divided by Z. This is given as equation 19.1d in page number 450. In this relation, W is the weight density, that is 7,800 multiplied by 9.81, that is obtained as 76,518 Newton per meter cube. Capital A is the area of cross section, that is 11 T squared. T is 6 millimeter, so A is obtained as 396 millimeter squared. L is the length of the connecting rod, that is 300 millimeter. R is the crank radius, that is 60 millimeter. Small n is the speed of the crank, that is 35 rps. And Z is the section modulus of the I section, that is Ixx divided by Y. Ixx is the moment of inertia, that is 34.92 T raised to 4. T is 6, therefore Ixx is obtained as 45,256.3 millimeter raised to 4. Y is 5T divided by 2, that is obtained as 15 millimeter. Substituting the values of Ixx and Y, we obtain Z as 3017.1 millimeter cube. By substituting these values, we obtain sigma B as 17.2 meganewton per meter squared, and this value is very much less than the allowable tensile stress for the connecting rod material, that is 100 meganewton per meter squared. So that means our design is safe for whipping stress. Now to summarize, the specifications of the connecting rod are: thickness of the shank web is 6 mm, height of the shank is 30 mm, width of shank is 24 mm, diameter of small end bearing is 27 mm, length of small end bearing is 49 mm, diameter of big end bearing is 45 mm, length of big end bearing is 50 mm, nominal diameter of bolt 8 mm, width of the cap 50 mm, thickness of cap 10 mm. And that's all. Thank you.